Backstage. Here we come back again today on Paradise FM 105.7, MediaMatic 365 on YouTube. It's a very exclusive day today. Do you know what I mean? Somebody you've been hearing on the radio, somebody who you haven't ever seen for like 5 good years, and you're still a big fan, is in your country already. You know what I mean? To just come at your doorsteps, and we giving it a very, very exclusive one. This is Paradise FM. He's going to talk to you, and you're going to watch us live on a very, very HD quality video on YouTube. Mr. Rico Vibes, my general.
What's up, my brother?
Welcome to Gambia.
I'm good, I'm good.
How you been?
Man, it's a long trip here, but you know, I'm enjoying it so far.
Tell us about the two days journey before you get into Banjul.
I was dreading that, man, but you know what? I left from Atlanta on Friday.
Okay.
And I got into New Jersey, spent about maybe 6 hours there, and then head out from New Jersey to Brussels. Flew for about maybe 8 hours, spent maybe 4 hours in Brussels, and then headed to Senegal, then head here. So it was basically 2 days of flying.
Crazy.
But, you know, once I got here, the energy came back. You know, I didn't go to bed till about maybe 3 o'clock in the morning.
I was like, Rico, you don't want to sleep? I was like, no.
You know, I was so pumped, man. I was really, the energy was really.
For sure.
You know,
and this is your first time in Africa?
First time, yes.
Wow. Yeah. This happens to be
Gambia.
Gambia.
I've been all around Europe before, but never been to Africa.
Crazy. How do you keep up Rico Vibes, like being the first foreign DJ who stream live on air and keep a big fan base in Africa?
You know what? I don't even know. To be honest with you, I started on another station, and it was the fan base grew from there, and it just grew and grew. People hit me up on Facebook every day. I get literally about 60 to 70 fan requests a day.
Wow.
You know, and I wind up having to get another page just because my first page filled up in no time. So, you know, I just appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. And
Do you know some
humbled.
people? You know, some people couldn't easily believe you were not living in the Gambia. They thought
Really?
you were playing live on radio.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, technology has come such a long way that, you know, once I started my own station 6 years ago, you know, and folks reached out to me, it was easy, you know, and I saw the vision in terms of moving forward, in terms of, you know, just bridging the gap between the Caribbean, America, and Africa.
How did your career start now as a DJ? That's going to be the $1 million question. And it might be a time when before I was born.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
man, for sure.
You know what? I grew up in California. I was born in the Caribbean, and I left the Caribbean at about 10 years old.
Okay.
I left my mom and went to live with my father. My father wanted a better life for myself and my brothers. And so I moved to Oakland, California.
Okay.
And I grew up there, went to school there, went to college there. And I always loved music. You know, I always was just dabbling with music. My father had an old reel-to-reel. I don't know if you even know about those things. It's an old reel-to-reel player that I would mess with, and became a DJ at, I think I was 14 years old.
Whoa.
And basically, DJing put me through college.
Okay.
I paid my way. I didn't want any money from my father. You know, I was one of those type of rebellious type of kids.
So, the strong-headed ones.
Right.
Okay.
So, you know, he wanted me to do one thing, and I wanted to do another. And I said, you know what? I don't want to do what you want me to do, so I'm going to pay my way through school.
Wow.
You know, so I started DJing and getting a lot of college gigs and making good money, and just paid my way through school. And even when I started working in corporate America, you know, I was a paralegal, which is a legal assistant. And I continued DJing there in New York City when I moved from California to New York back in 80-something. I'm not going to say that. You know, but it was years ago. And I continued, started Natural Vibes, started Other Sound, and started doing a lot of cassettes, mixed CDs. Winded up in a couple of music videos with Busta Rhymes and Sean Paul. And
yeah, we showed the Make It Clap video.
Right.
Or Make It Clap. I happened to download that video again because of you were on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of people watch that video. It's been very, very popular.
Oh, wow.
But then few gamers get to realize it was you, the DJ on that particular video.
I actually forgot about it. Somebody from Gambia reminded me. Is that you? And that's when I remembered about that.
Yeah,
to be honest with
yeah.
you.
So I had to go and Google it and check it again. Say, yeah, man, man, for real. Yeah. But then, how was the music connection was like? Because this has to be about, it has to deal with reggae and dancehall.
Yes.
Because Natural Vibes is so much into reggae. I mean, the original vibe.
Yes.
Now, being in America and getting that connected to reggae music, even though you are Caribbean by origin, but growing up in America when you were 10 years old, how did you get into the reggae scene?
You know what? It was pretty simple. I always was into reggae. You know, even though I'm from a country or island that mostly specialized in soca and calypso.
Okay.
But reggae was always my thing. I studied Bob Marley. I studied Burning Spear. You know, all of the veterans, Jimmy Cliff. You know, I literally had to study because I'm not Jamaican. So, you know, in order to sound or to play the type of music that you want to play and be believable to Jamaicans, and even when I got into the radio, I had to really just go and do my research on these artists and know that, you know, when I talk about the artist, know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to, and then after that, I started traveling to Jamaica. You know, when I went to Jamaica the first time, I was Macca Diamond.
Okay.
That invited me to Jamaica. I stayed with Macca Diamond for 5 years, each time I went to Jamaica.
Wow.
And then after that, it was Lexus, who, you know...
Mr. Lex.
You know, and I stayed with him for a couple of years. So basically, my foundation, my groundation really started from then. And I knew these guys before they were the Macca Diamond and the Mr. Lex. So, and they introduced me to basically the Bounty Killers, the Baby Shams, you know, all those people.
And then you happen to be one of the selectors or sound system man who boss artists too.
Right.
You've had other artists on your catalog.
Yes.
Can you feed us with some?
You know what? I'm the type of person where, you know, in Jamaica, the DJs or the radio personalities in Jamaica play music according to who pay them.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you pay a DJ to play your music, he will play. I'm not like that. You know, if it's not good, I'm not going to play it. You know, I mean, I've had DJs or artists who curse me out and say, "Oh, I had a music. Why did you put it on your mixtape?" Because it wasn't good.
Just like
just like that. You know, and over the years, you know, although they may hate me at the time, they've grown to respect me for being true. You understand me? So if you don't come with something good, believable, it's not going to make it. I'm not going to play. So from doing that for many, many, many years, they've said, you know what, we got to come correct. And the respect, I earned the respect that way. So
true. Coming as a Natural Vibes and moving forward, developing, because you came from a long way. I call them the foundation man.
Right.
You know what I mean? In most countries, people who grow up in the music or a particular business related to media, in most countries, when you grow to a certain age, they be like, you know, man, I'm grown up now, I want left. I just want to start a different thing. That's out of the box of what made you that particular person.
Right.
But you're still doing the music. You're still growing like you started today.
Yeah. No, what I love it. You know, it's something that I cherish it. You know, I still play in the clubs 3-4 times a week in Atlanta. You know, I still travel all around the world to play music. This is something I love. You know, I don't see the day that I'm going to stop. You know, I may just play a different genre. Just play. You know, I may not play much in the dance hall much anymore. You know, I may just play the grown people music, but I don't see the day I'll stop. That's just something that's in my heart and something that I love to do. Yeah.
How did Gambia came into your life?
As I said, you know, 5-6 years ago, I started. I was on another radio station for 5 years in Atlanta, and I left and decided I'm going to, you know, launch my own station. The station that I was on was underground. So I decided to launch an internet station, and everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody said, internet, where you gonna know? Who's gonna listen to you? But I was secure. I knew that the internet radio was the future, and so I decided to do that. And DJ Mo reached out to me, and he said, you know, I want to stream you. And I said, me? Are you serious? But he did, and he had faith and took that leap. And I mean, make a long story short, here I am. You know, so. Gramps and those guys, Gramps Morgan from Morgan Heritage, you know, I reached out to him. You know, him and I have been friends for years, and I said, and I'm launching a station. And he says to me, you know, I want to be a part of it. And I thought he was just saying it. I'm like, oh.
He's one of those guys who broadcast on the radio.
Yeah.
Daily Ranks.
Daily Ranks, Gramps, Daily Ranks, Tanya Mullins. You know, these are all international artists in their own rights. You know, so I just thought, you guys are joking, man. But they were serious, and they were true. You know, whenever Gramps is in town, he comes into the studio and he does his show. You know, Deli Ranks does his show every week religiously. So, you know, I've got these support for these guys for years, and they broadcast the brand of the Flavor Radio worldwide. You know, so I got to say, I'm very fortunate, very, very fortunate.
What else do you do as Rico Vibes apart from playing music?
Man, you know what? I'm a photographer. I just launched my own booking agency, record label. I've got Nikisha Lindo, Kashif Lindo, Hezron, you know, a couple of artists, and yourself is going to be on it. So, I love A2. I love what he's doing. You know, was it Ja Messenger? Royal Messenger. So I love to have some Gambian artists on it because I think they need, you know, you guys need that exposure worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really want to do, is just bring the music to the people who normally would not get to hear a person like an ENC or A2 or something like that.
True. And these artists are great artists in the Gambia. They are great in the Gambian household, and it's going good. But making a breakout, you know, is somehow crazy for a particular artist to get to. You know, I guess with people like you, it's easier because you stream, you broadcast, and people around the world hear you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The first day I heard you play Royal Messenger, I was like jumping in my house, you know.
Really?
Yeah, man. The first day you play, you play.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
I mean, Ibu sent it to me, and I played it literally, no lie, I played it about 10 times back to back to back when I heard it on the email. And I'm like, this is a wonder, you know. And I played it, I just couldn't believe the quality of the music.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a great song, it's a great artist.
What do you think, like a suggestion? Now, okay, for let me say, for reggae dancehall artists, like if somebody would walk up to Rico and say, Rico, I want some little advice. I want this to be open, because a lot of people are listening and they wanna learn something new from Rico.
You know what? Just be true. Be true to yourself. You know, whatever it is. You know, be true to yourself first of all. Be humble. You know, a lot of artists, as soon as they bust, so to speak, you know, you can't talk to them. You know, they shun you. Be humble, be true. No matter what you do, just always stay grounded. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever get too swell-headed.
True.
You know, and always grind.
Yeah.
Put in the work. You know, the end results, people will see the end results. You will see the end result. Just put in that work. You know, I mean, I do a lot of things. People say, "Oh, come you still, as a photographer, how come you still play music?" You know what? Because I love it.
True.
You know, I worked corporate America in an office for 20 years.
Wow.
You know, and I quit 12 years ago, cold turkey.
Wow.
That's it. I said, you know, I don't want to do this anymore.
You never thought it was like it could be risky?
I mean, everything is a risk. You know, when I worked corporate America, I made over $100,000 a year. You know, easily. My bonuses was $20,000 a year.
Like a corporate.
Yeah. But, you know, I did that to please my family. You know, again, my father and I always have this knocking head. So, you know, I wanted to show him that I appreciate the fact that he brought me to America. You know, and he kept me on the straight and narrow, that I didn't get into trouble, I didn't go to jail or anything like that. So that's what was my payback to him. This is for me. You know, this is what I want to do with my life. And I actually spoke to him before I left, and he, you know, he's proud.
Yes.
Which is the first time, you know, he said to me, "I'm proud of you," which was something to me, because
wow,
I didn't think he liked what I was doing. I think he wanted me to continue doing what I was doing for him, and he was like, "No, that's what you want to do. I'm proud of you."
That's great. Yeah. And now we are in the Gambia. Which of the places, the place that you used to hear while you were away?
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna mess up the names. I'm gonna mess up the names.
I had one bullying you about pronouncing, but you get the place always right.
I always mess up the names, but you know, it's no disrespect to Gambia or anything. It's just that your pronunciation is a little bit different. Brikama is one of the places.
Brikama, yeah.
Brikama. Lamin.
Yeah.
Is one of the places. And there's a few others, I can't remember them offhand. But
and Brikama is going to be the first show.
Oh, is it?
They're going to do the welcoming this Friday.
Okay.
How prepared are you, Rico?
Man, you know, I'm looking forward to it. You know, everybody hits me up on Facebook and asks me if I'm really here. Yes, I'm really here in living color. All these folks can tell you I'm really here. You know, I appreciate the fact that I'm here. I appreciate the love and support over the years. You know, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Anytime a person go to a strange land or your first visit to a place, and you come in to do your work or play music to strangers who love you so much, I think it's a great responsibility. Do you sometimes feel nervous about saying, How are they gonna accept the vibe? Oh, you know what I mean?
You know what? I think everybody gets stage fright. You know, I remember the first time I went to my own country to play music, which is St. Kitts Nevis, and I was nervous. And at that point, I've been playing music for 20 years, but you just never know the unexpected.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what to expect. You never know how they're gonna accept you. Although, you know, social media is prevalent. You know, people hit you up, say they love you, but you just never know. You know, you can make one wrong move and they don't like you anymore. So I always keep that in the back of my mind. I always be aware of how I deal with people. You know, everybody, I show respect to everyone because, you know, it's a privilege. You know, it's a privilege, and a lot of people take it for granted, but I don't. You know, I really don't. So.
In your own words, Gambians are listening to you, and for sure, many of these listeners are coming to the show. They're going to be standing in front of you, playing for them. Yeah. What is your word to them? The conduct, dress code, or something that you will appreciate for them to be doing whilst they're standing before you.
You know, I'm not aware of how you dress here. I know it's a Muslim state. I know this the way the Muslim wear, but just be comfortable. Yeah, just be comfortable. You know, I'm impressed with anything that you do or say. Yeah, you know, I just want to do good and make sure that you like what I'm doing. You know, you appreciate what I'm doing. You appreciate the music that I play. For sure. And that's it, really.
As they reach you on the social media, they are friendly people. Yes. Gambians are really friendly. Yes. And for sure, Gambians, let me say this here, Rico is willing to meet all of you. You know what I mean? And we're going to make sure that happens. You know what I mean? But before we leave, what's going to be something final for them? And
well, we're having a meet and greet tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So having a meet and greet tomorrow, Wednesday.
Yes.
Oh, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I'm a day ahead. So I'd like everyone, you know, once we announce where the meet and greet is going to be, I'd like everyone to come in. You know, I really like to meet everyone. It doesn't matter. True. You know, whoever you are, it doesn't matter. As long as you listen to Paradise FM, just come in. True. You know, and meet me and take a picture with me, whatever the case will be. You know, I'm open. I'm very, very down to earth. I'm very friendly. I'm not bigger than anybody. True. You know, just that I got better opportunities. That's it. But I'm not bigger than anyone. We're all the same. We're all human beings, and we're all black people.
And we're going to make sure you'll be here every year, Rico. Because the people ask for it, you know, and for the first time you accomplish, some people wouldn't easily believe you were coming.
Well, you know what? I was supposed to be in Canada on Saturday, and Gambia won out. You know,
you just slide to Canada.
I sent my other guy to Canada, and I said, you know what? I gotta come to Gambia. Wow,
wow. So Gambia, here it is. Friday we're coming to Brikama Joko, Brikama Rollout. Matt, that's my hometown, Rico. That's my hometown, and you have great artists there, people like Benjamin. You're going to meet these guys, and they're crazy. You know what I mean? They're bad, and the crowd are crazy. Lamento. Saturday, we're coming on the 10th. And Sukuta. As you say, Sukuta.
Sukuta, I got it.
Sukuta Junction Bar. Until we come your way again, this is the Backstage show. We come here every Monday from 2:30 to 4. Keep watching us on YouTube, MediaMatic 365. Don't miss these shows. We are rebuilding. Bye-bye.
Paradise FM, the best radio in town. With Paradise FM, you're served the latest tunes, hip-hop and R&B, reggae, salsa, mbala. Broadcasting live 24/7 on 105.7 FM, as well as online streaming on www.paradisefm.gm with the best quality audio outputs. Find the best DJs and presenters to entertain you with a high level of professionalism. Investing in the latest high-tech equipment, your adverts are played with the best automation software that gives you an exact schedule for real-time monitoring. Paradise FM. Absolutely #1.